This random
podcast.
Welcome to another edition of This Random Podcast. I'm your host, Enzo.
And I am Rick Sanchez.
Let's jump right into it.
All right, so today, our question for today is, if you had a time machine, so what we're trying to figure out is, if you have a time machine, what point in time would you go? Do you only have one jump? Or are we talking about, like, you have a time machine, you can do as much as you want? Like, where do we want to actually
I think
set
it's
this
more
one?
interesting if we do just one jump. But like a round trip.
Oh, yeah. You're not stuck. Like, if you went to you can stay there as long as you want, but you only get to go to one place.
Okay.
So, yeah, you don't get to jump through time.
All right, I actually have something in mind.
All right, what's up?
And, well, to whoever is listening, I'm from Brazil.
Okay.
So, despite, like, I guess, not evidence, despite my own opinion, we're all about, like, naked people in soccer, So I really like soccer.
What, you think Adam and Eve were playing soccer?
I don't know. But I would go back to this date, June the 30th of 2002.
June the 30th. Okay.
Yes.
One of my good friends' birthdays that day.
That was the day where Brazil was the world champion of the World Cup. Against England.
Oh, okay.
It was our fifth world championship. And just because I haven't seen that, I was like 2 years old. And I really wanted to go back there and just like, feel that energy, because at that point we were like the Brazil that like the world, like the soccer world, like got to respect, because bro, we won we went to 3 finals in a row of the World Cups.
Okay. And
like we won 2 of them, and the other one we got second place. So we were it.
I agree. I think we've always, being from South America, we've always rooted for Brazil. Recently, that's changed. I don't think it's changed. It's just the essence of what you guys had as a soccer team has changed. But I think that's a good one for another. That's a really good podcast for another one.
I can go down that road really fast.
If you love soccer, I guess we can definitely make one of those.
Yeah,
that's,
let us know.
That's a good one. That is a good one. But okay, so you're talking about June 30th when they won the World Cup.
2002, yeah. I think I would be so happy to go back in that time.
Okay, I'm old enough to remember that. Well, let's think about one thing, because let's say you did go back in time, and you're going back and standing in that stadium and screaming, "May the world end." Maybe the world didn't end because you weren't there, but what if your presence would have caused a chain reaction that would have ended the world? Whoa. So let's try to figure out one thing real quick. So I was looking up movies. How many movies have they made? Because, I think the idea of time travel for a lot of people comes from movies. And, of course, I'm sure there's people out there study, theory of relativity, quantum theory.
Before that, I was looking up, is time travel possible?
Yeah, I know. NASA's...
And it is.
Okay.
We can travel through time, but that's just physics, Right. We just can't go back in time as of right now, right?
Okay.
Because we can go forward in time.
Right.
We can go really fast, and so we travel in time at a different speed.
Okay.
But I don't think we can go back in time. With that being said, go on.
Which is pretty much what we want. The idea of, I think, with what you're saying, the idea would be to be able to go into the future really fast and then have a way to come back, a vehicle. Or even if you said, okay, I'm going to spend the next day doing something, but then I can rewind and do it again.
Yes.
So, anyways,
there's a bunch of movies.
There's a lot of them. So, some that, the Tomorrow War, which is something that came out recently. That's the one with Chris Pratt.
I liked that movie.
Did you?
A lot of people didn't. I know you didn't really.
Not that I didn't like it. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad.
I liked the plot of the movie.
Yeah, I did.
I liked the plot.
I thought the relationship.
Some stuff I didn't. I was like, I don't know.
All right. What about, like Days of Future Past, X-Men? The whole idea was that he was sending his consciousness back, which I don't know how that changed the future.
I've seen it, but I don't remember. I don't really like the X-Men movies.
You didn't?
No, pay me if you want, but...
All right, somebody shut his mic off. Okay, so what's the other one? Let's see real quick. The typical Terminator movies, those are getting old.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future is probably the most iconic one. And the premise of Back to the Future is if you go back in time, you can change. If you change the past, you can modify your present and future. So, and then you have, we just saw recently, if you're a Marvel fan, we just had Endgame. Endgame totally changed that. They're like, if you go to the past doesn't alter the future. All you can do is, in their case, they were able to grab stuff from the past, bring it to the future, and then they had to take it back. But it really doesn't, their past becomes their future because it's part of their journey.
Yeah. So I guess there are some like general rules of time travel. Like
Don't talk to
you can't talk to like your old self, your old version or something like that, or nobody you know.
Yeah, don't bet on any games. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
That's a Marvel reference.
Oh, is it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what else? I think that's it. Like
Back
the
to the
main
Future.
ones?
The butterfly effect. You ever seen that?
I don't think so.
So the butterfly effect comes from the idea that, the single flap of a butterfly flapping his wings differently can alter. Basically, it can make. It's almost like it can change the weather, for example, and alter the course of what happened. So in one instance, for example, in one reality, a butterfly flaps his wings, whatever, and a hurricane starts in, somewhere in Florida.
Okay.
But then you go back in time and you move that butterfly because you were there and that butterfly couldn't fly in the same path. He flew in a different path and that little butterfly changed, just that little bit of modification of his flight path and of his flapping of the wings now changed that hurricane, and now a hurricane hits in North Carolina instead of hitting in Florida. So it's kind of like that idea, like that little minuscule change changes everything. So it comes back to the fact that you're sitting at that soccer game could have altered.
Bro, you think I care? I just want to see my freaking country champion.
Well, I
don't care.
Did you guys win again after that? No.
Yeah,
that's fifth.
No,
okay.
That was the fifth.
Okay, so maybe you should have gone.
We would have won in 2014. Again, I don't want to go down that road, but there was this
not
freaking
even
Colombian
close.
dude that
not even
named
close.
Us back
Oh my god!
And just like destroyed our future, bro.
All right, not even close.
So
okay,
that's the butterfly effect right there. Zuniga.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll open that one another day.
Anyways, yeah, we'll leave you guys out of our.
Okay, so that would be okay. I was thinking where I would go.
Yeah.
And there's so many different ones. So I was looking. It's hard because I've thought about many different things. So if you like recent history, when we talk about recent history, you had World War II, dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, the Holocaust.
That was awesome. That was
Passage
just kidding.
of 1964, World War I, landing on the moon, JFK assassination, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the U.S. Depression. I mean, there's so many other things that we can see. Lindenberg transatlantic flight, the Titanic, the Persian Gulf War. I was alive for that. I don't even know why it's historic. Yeah, so there's a lot of things, but this is all U.S. history. I'm thinking like in the world, like what?
By the way, just real quick, do you think you would have survived Titanic if you were in there?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Have you ever taken a shower and the water heater's not working and you take a shower in cold water and you're uncomfortable? Yeah. Now imagine that times 4. Like you're numb. I mean, we live here in Tennessee and it's almost winter and you go to one of these rivers and you just put your feet in the water.
It is really cold.
And your feet start going numb. Imagine your whole
Well, you can't still swim.
Yeah, you can. But that's here. Now put yourself up somewhere in the Arctic.
Like in the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
fair.
It's cold. It's like, that's, man. Not only that, the panic, you're hyperventilating, you're not sure, like, it's impending doom. You don't see anything. Like, your chances of survival are extremely minimal.
All right.
So unless you're extremely tough-minded, if you're in the water, now, if you're inside of a raft,
right.
If you're inside of one of the rafts, yeah, but could you really just leave women and children in the water? That's another tough one. Like if a lady comes over swimming and she's like, I need help, and that boat's gonna go down, do you get an oar and hit her over the head and be like, yo, get off, woman?
Bro, equality, all right? She can swim.
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I thought about that, like, because when we were watching Titanic, I was like, man, I could have made it. And I'm like, if I was in a boat.
All right.
It's like,
that's fair. I never thought about that point of view.
That's cold. And I think about those things like, what if a lion attacked me? Could I make it? I don't know. I think I'm pretty much dead.
So do you have a place or time?
Sorry. So I know I'm kind of like dancing around this question because actually I've thought about this quite a bit. I even think about points in history, like times when people lived that I thought were cool.
Okay.
I mean, the Middle Ages, they were very, I don't know if I use the word barbaric or violent.
They were.
But I mean, man, I think
they have a different kind of
violence.
I guess like not government, but the world worked in a different way. It was all about like conquering, places and.
Do you think they had like school sortings over there? Like over here we have like school shootings. You think they had like school sortings? Like somebody came in with a sword and.
Maybe yeah.
You know, and it was like, hey, we need to like ban all the
I
swords.
don't know. I feel like people weren't like psychotic back then. I feel like people were just normal.
It was more about like necessity and honor, I guess.
Yeah, people want power, but I don't think people were like crazy.
Like
Crazy.
like today,
Yeah.
just going into school and shooting for no
Right,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't disagree. So I thought about that. So the Middle Ages, but one of the reasons why the Middle Ages, I just really love the way the women dressed. At least the way they portray it.
Really?
Yeah, I like that style. I don't know why. I always thought
Those like weird long dresses.
yes, but the way they wore them, I don't know. It almost like it gave you enough where you can see the.
Is it because they had no bras? I'm just kidding.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna, maybe, but it was like you can see the female beauty, yet it was
Okay.
covered. And I'm kind of old school.
He wasn't like sexualized, but you
Right.
could still like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was, it was covered up. There was some mystery, and I like that.
Okay.
Anyways, you're from Brazil. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
Bro,
For you guys, it's half naked.
You just said like there was some mystery. We're kind of back to that right now.
To what?
Have you ever heard the term maskfish? Maskfish.
Fish? No.
It's like catfish, but maskfish.
Oh.
So people wear masks and they look a
yes.
certain way, and then they take the mask
Dude,
off. I was like, oh, okay.
It is crazy. It's gonna sound so horrible, but I have seen more pretty women ever since we started wearing masks.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the fact that, you don't realize how pretty somebody is from the eyes up.
Yeah.
It's almost like, do you remember, I don't know if these cartoons were around because nowadays they're censoring everything, but back in the day it was like Goofy. And and then there was like this very pretty, like belly dancing lady, and she had like Goofy's eyes, and she had like a mask, like one of those like Egyptian masks, whatever, and then she would take it off and her teeth were all like bucked out.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Okay.
That's mask fishing.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
So anyway, okay, Middle Ages. Fine.
Okay, that's a good one.
And then, of course, one that I got interested in that I kind of like, a friend slapped me in the face with this like 20 years ago. I never thought about it. And she was like, I would love to see the Crucifixion. It's hard to see, but it's one of those things it's so controversial for many people, and it's something that is so pivotal for Protestants.
Yeah. It's like you were there.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you can, I mean, how much more would you share that, So I just thought that was interesting.
Right.
There's controversy on that, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, oof, yeah, I don't know. So if I had to pick, maybe, that's kind of traumatic, but I don't know. I think I'd still go for the Middle Ages. And,
okay.
And I'd like to take a machine gun with me so I can be a hero.
That would be so funny, dude.
You have a huge war, but he's like, and I'm like,
All right, guys.
Let's go home.
It's over.
It's over. I got a Sam turret over here.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna pose a different question. What was the happiest or the best day of your life that if you had a chance you would go back to?
If I had a chance,
maybe not the happiest day of your life, but a day that you could go back to in your lifetime that you lived.
That's you got me on the spot on that one. There's a few.
I guess because like you're a dad and a husband, it's I guess you've had more moments, that everybody says are like the biggest moments of your life.
Yeah, like I think I remember I played a soccer tournament that I really enjoyed, and it's one of those, like, I don't know, you have your moments, whatever it is that you do and you're competent or good at.
Right.
Especially at a young age, in my opinion, your what do you call that? Your sense of immortality and being tough is very strong. Yeah. So, you're playing soccer, you get hit and you're just doing so well. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. You get up and you just show people like, dude,
like Neymar.
You can knock me down 100 times, but the difference is I got up from the ground. He didn't. So, and you get up and you do better and you feel good about it.
Right.
That's like, awesome. And I remember that. But then I look and I'm like, man, I remember having, like, if I could go back, like, my wedding day was cool, but I think we tried to be like a little bit too proper about it. And I didn't enjoy it to the fullest. I would love to redo it because to me, it was a very memorable day. Like, I really enjoyed my wedding. I think I would have wanted to have enjoyed it more.
Okay.
Like, been a little bit more loose about it. Because, you're kind of young and you don't want to like upset certain people, the guests, and you don't want to do certain things that people are gonna look at you weird. It's like, no, just do it. This is our wedding. We're enjoying it. It's a cool day. It's us. It's about us. You know, it's like it's about my wife and I celebrating.